Okay. Um,
Okay, welcome to Server-Side Apply. It's January 7th, first meeting of the year. So I'm not sure how to start with this. I think we got, so usually we go right to left. We got a few things pending approval. This one merged, so I guess it isn't requiring approval anymore. It's hard to see who's working on what.
because it's assigned to Sully.
Yeah, it's assigned to do. Okay. So I'll start from top to bottom. My field manager cap is still waiting for Jordan to be looked at, as far as I know. I don't know if I should ping him again. How he likes that. Aside from that, we should be good. This one I don't know anything about, but if it's approved, I'll. Oh, it's even merged.
Yeah, thank you very much to Maria for working on this.
Good. Done. I submitted a PR for the apply signature, which I would need for status wiping and declarative field manager. I think you are assigned.
Yeah, I've started looking at it on my phone.
Yeah, it's PRs on phones. Great. Yeah, and then there's more for status wiping. You need the cap and the SMD change where I added more tests. So if you like, you can look at this one as well.
Yeah, I think this is going to be ready very soon.
And yeah, this one needs to be closed and reopened once the errors are done. It's smaller then, so people can actually review it.
Okay. Cool.
Then, okay, Maria, you're working on this one. Do you have something?
So I've added a little bit of documentation there that talks about patch strategy and about topologies. I don't think I have huge questions on this particular PR aside from just general feedback on does it read well and is it helpful? The main thing that I struggled with is that I found that I went from like patch strategy to talking about topologies a little bit, I don't know, in a somewhat confusing way. So I don't know if that would be the case to others. So if folks could go and sort of read through it and see if it makes sense, that would help. And then I haven't added a lot of examples yet, so that would be helpful to know too. So would it be helpful to have like snippets of YAML? Would folks prefer markers on Go types? Like, do we know what people go and look for the most? These are sort of the next things in my mind for this PR.
Okay. This is ready for review, right?
The PR in API conventions?
The 115, yeah, the one we're looking at right now?
I think so. I mean, it's likely that additional stuff will need to be added, but generally I'm happy for it to. Let me see if I can link there should be a WIP PR link there at the bottom.
Okay.
It's maybe a bit further up. It's against Kubernetes community.
I remember this PR, yeah.
Maybe it isn't actually. Oh, maybe it's that 3752.
Where?
The 1, 2, 3, 4th item on once, yeah. No, okay. 1 second.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Even more tasks.
That's a lot of tasks, but I suspect we can update a lot of these because you've done a few of these, so.
But yeah, I mean, generally it's ready for review. Let me just find it super quickly.
Okay, cool.
And add it to the board. The bit that I would love some help with is adding test cases in structured merged diff.
Oh
I
yeah,
think we talked
these.
about it briefly. I think it's mostly that I'm missing something because I don't know that code base that well. So if somebody that knows it well could just help me through adding one, then I can take
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
there.
I saw
Spent
your
some time
message
with it
on Slack,
recently.
and I said I would look at it, but
No, it's completely okay.
Yeah.
Just whenever's a good time, let me find.
I'll look at it
I
today.
don't know if the tests I wrote 2 days ago are any help with adding more tests. I don't know if I've looked at it. Antoine.
Ooh.
No,
Maybe
I
it's just
haven't.
the local.
I was on a road trip to Arizona, so
Yeah, I was wondering what you did in Arizona.
Excuses.
I was driving the entire day yesterday, and it
Oh
was
yeah.
quite busy. But okay, I look at all of that today.
Cool.
What else do we have, Kevin?
There is this task which I pulled over from the issue that references.
List
I
type
don't know.
sets
List
and model
validation sets.
XCR validation.
Is it?
I'm looking at this one. 84,724.
Yeah. Oh, what happened?
It's
Just there we go. Yeah.
Looks like it's something for Maria.
Sorry, I just added the whip, but I will take it somewhere else.
Fields for series list of fragment and set of Unix NAS and keys. Yeah, that seems reasonable. I can't remember talking about that, but
Okay, there went some discussion in it.
I remember this is something we need to do. Yeah, haven't we done it? Validate list type and map type atomic merged.
It's merged. Oh, that's a backport. And
Well,
that one's merged. And the original one merged as well.
Everything seems merged. Okay. Well, someone should look at it and look at the issue and make sure everything is merged and satisfying.
Oh, wait, there's a comment that this one has to merge before it's closed.
Oh, that's why. Why is this one not merged?
A lot of review, outdated.
Oh, this is it. Do we intend to? Okay, but should we have this in 117 too? Like I think we should make it into 118 and then cherry pick it in 117.
I don't know much about this one, so.
That's about it. Okay, I can look at it.
The whole list type CR stuff, I haven't had any contact with yet, so.
Yeah, so the point is that you can. We are not verifying that if you have a list type map or a list type set, it's supposed to be a set. But when you create the CR, we don't check that the set is actually a set. We don't check for uniqueness of the fields.
Okay.
So it's important because otherwise objects are going to start breaking.
Okay.
Okay,
should
cool.
we get back to this one and ping who opened it?
I'm already assigned. Okay, cool. I'll look at it.
Okay. Those are those. Yeah, this one. Okay, then we got Maria's Cube Builder PR. No issue.
I think it's an issue. If you go at the bottom, I think we're just discussing maybe the look and feel.
Okay. You discussed it offline?
Yeah, not much. I don't know if any of this is implemented, but if it's not, we could try and do it.
So what is it about?
We could talk to Josh maybe, because Josh, I think, is doing this part on the, is it Josh? Josh, maybe?
So the apply functions, right?
Yeah. Somebody is doing it for Kubernetes. Is it you, Julian?
Not me.
Okay.
I'm not sure Josh is doing anything right now because he told me I should ping him when the reset field resets progresses and he was away. So
Yeah,
I'm not sure if he has an active task right now.
Okay, I'll make sure this is properly assigned. Somebody could take an action on that. I'm not sure Sully is actually trying to implement it. I thought maybe he was going to do it, but doesn't look like he's going to do it. So one of us could do it.
Okay. So you'll be looking at it, or assigning it. Okay.
I'll make sure it's assigned properly.
Yeah. Then we got the status wiping where stuff is going on already. I don't know why it's over here.
This is related. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the issue related to.
I don't know what's going on with immutability. I was pinged today. Somebody wanted to know if we are going to do something this release. I don't know. I'm going to talk to Stefan. Stefan is usually dealing with that.
Mm-hmm. So that's this as well, right?
All of this is union. That's related somehow. Yeah.
Okay.
This is certainly not for this release.
Good. And yeah, there's immutable fields.
Yeah.
Okay, but you merged the cap.
The caps merged. Yeah, that makes sense. I think the immutable thing is very close to. It's in implementation phase.
So should we keep it here as the caps merged?
Still needs to be done, but we don't need. Do you have more than one card for that?
Well, there's the API union.
Maybe just keep one.
Are those the same? 1, 2, 6, 5. Okay, no. Yeah, those are. So that's
okay.
Those are the same. I can move the link up here. Yeah. So it's all one.
That's fine with me.
Okay. So for in general, when I did all this, I wasn't sure if that's better for a lot of subtasks. So when I do a card, because we still would have to change it, we would still have to edit it, and that was annoying at some part. But the other option is to have this one.
Oh yeah, too many is too many, I think.
Yeah. So that was an experiment on how to do this.
This one seems good to me. The main point is that everyone can modify it, right?
Yeah.
So that's what matters.
So when we create multiple subtasks, we can create a card that contains them. It does basic markup.
Yeah.
So that works. I don't know which one of those are done though.
It's hard to know. We're still working on it. We have like a few ideas, and we've implemented a few of them. We're still like 2.5 times slower than the regular path. So that's a problem. Like if you want to do a patch on paths, it's 250% slower, which is not great. We're trying to get better. We also need to know what's going to be good enough and what's not. So we're trying to see with some people what's good and what's not.
Okay. Yeah, if there's some point where I can help, just ping me.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, okay. Those are all the cards for the one above. So
yeah, feel free to remove. This is the understand, test, and document is what Maria is doing right now.
Yeah. Do we need the card, or is it represented in other tasks already?
Wasn't it? I think it was. Not this. Yeah, it's in the 115 because 115 is also an umbrella. So.
Okay, then I'll archive this one. Update cap to explain Kubernetes list type and other markers. That's something.
I think it must be under, if it's not under the 115 umbrella, it should.
Okay. Maria, did you hear this?
Yep. Is that just the server-side apply cap?
Maybe, yeah, I think so.
Cool. So there is a bit about these markers already. What else do you think is missing? What would you like to see?
I don't know. I'd love you to know.
Okay, go hover it through and see.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
See what's missing.
This one, is that right?
Yep, thank you.
Okay. Is this one?
That's sort of the same thing.
I think so.
Document map and list merging. Yeah, I think it is.
It's from the same person, I think. Oh, it's on website, so it's for documentation.
Yeah. Oh wow.
This makes me realize I know very little about all the places where documentation lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Oh, it's an issue.
Oh.
Should I assign you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Awesome.
Stuff keeps moving.
You move.
It's gone.
Oh yeah, I was looking for this issue.
Okay.
Yeah, so interestingly, yesterday I got pulled into a discussion about how kubectl apply fails to report the status sometimes, the client-side one.
Mm-hmm.
And like there is a massive issue with people complaining because it's misreporting the status sometimes. And also people can't write a script to know if something has been applied or not. It's hard for people to know. Basically, my point is people want to know if something changed or not. So I think it's a very valid request.
Yeah.
And we have to do something for that.
I mean, first we would have to find a way how to tell the user something changed.
Yeah, we need to expose something from the API server.
There's just so many options. I mean, we had a few in here. I think return codes were response codes were all not really matching, and the other option is I think a header, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think
also the field manager would have to know, and
the body is made of the object, so there's no way we can put it in the body. The status code is pretty much forced at this point. We could maybe be creative with the status code. I'm not a big fan, and we could add something in as a header.
The API error status thing only gets returned on a status and is the whole object, right?
What do you mean?
So there's no way, when you return an error, there is a lot of information in the error object. There's no way to have this information or some information like that with the object, like status.
We don't do that.
Okay.
I think the body is used. The body for else is very different from the body for success. No, I think either maybe a different status code or, but I don't think so.
We thought about reading it from the managed fields, but the user doesn't have them when applying, so that's
kind of gross.
Probably out as well. Okay, yeah.
Let's do I think we should propose a specific header saying unchanged or something.
Okay. Should I look at this one? I think I'm waiting for
Sure, if you have time, yeah. You could write a proposal. I mean, do you have time to do that?
Yeah, I plan to stay the whole week home for holiday.
Okay, cool.
Holiday. Yeah, there. Apply to.
See, Josh is working on this.
Yeah, at least he's assigned.
Yeah, he's made a PR actually. We should probably link it somehow. But Stefan is not happy with the PR, so I can find it for you.
It might. So the search only gives me.
It's 86222. Yeah, I gave too many twos. 86222. No, I gave one more again.
So 86
222. Yeah.
Way too many pull requests. There we go. Let's do this. And it should pop up here.
Nice. Or not.
Maybe I need to refresh. I'm not sure if I want to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ah, there we go. So that's missed, yeah. Okay. Should I ping Josh again to look at it? Oh, it's 4 hours ago. Yeah. Okay. He approved it. Okay. Okay. Let's move this over to. There's way too much stuff. This one Jenny's assigned, and there's a PR that didn't merge.
Which one?
Default associative keys are missing.
Yeah, that's very old. We need to fix that. It'd be very nice if we could fix it sooner than later, but at the same time, it's not the highest priority.
It got rotten. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not convinced by the approach in general.
Okay. Anything to do about it?
So I'd keep it open and leave it there.
Okay. Merge annotations available in KubeBuilder. That sounds familiar.
That's exactly what Maria has done. And as you can see, I think it's closed now.
Okay, then let's. Oh, you can't scroll and move. Great.
That's dumb.
Bigger screen. Oh yeah. Okay. Even further. There we go.
Okay, cool.
And the upgrade strategy
I know Julian has a proposal. I still haven't looked at it.
Yeah, I think Daniel looked at it briefly, but I just need to bump it.
Oh yeah, you just commented. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. That's fine. We'll get there eventually.
And we got a few more stuff in here, and I don't know. I try to remember what we discussed we're really doing and put it into to do, which is already a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We can go with our documentation, patch content type changes, document wire format.
That's
I don't even know what it means.
That's very close to what Maria is doing, I think. Batch content type changes, document wire format. Yeah, let's keep.
Does it?
That's a good thing to do.
Does it mean the server-side apply content type header, or?
I'm curious if somewhere we're defining the content of the different patch that we have. If anywhere in the documentation we say strategic merge patch works this way and JSON patch merge works this way. If we do, then we should apply the new type of patch, the apply patch, and explain what you're supposed to do with it.
I'm not sure if I've seen something. I know I've looked for it in the past when I started working with patches, but that's how I found you guys. So yeah.
It's probably good. It's
yeah.
good. Okay, we could look at it, but again, I think we have other things.
Find out what to do with objects that go with the size limit because of server-side apply. I think you had something with the scalability about this.
Yeah, the thing
you
is,
discussed it a little.
I'm not ready to enable anyway, so
yeah.
This would be useful maybe, but it's not very important. Add details on tracking manage fields for. Oh, that's the old thing again. Depends on
the mission controller. Yeah,
it's close to the thing after that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. Validation ratcheting.
Yeah, I don't know what we would do about that, to be honest.
I looked into it because I didn't know what the word ratcheting meant. So.
Ratcheting, it's that it goes one way, not the other. And what it means is that you are allowed to update with some validation failures, but you're not able to create with the same validation failures. The goal is that if we want to tighten the validation in general, it's very hard because, I mean, it would break existing objects. So if we don't want to break existing objects, the way we have to do is that if you're doing an update on an invalid object, a newly invalid object, we are going to let go, but we are not going to let you create these objects. So that's what it means by ratcheting, right? It goes one way, it doesn't go the other.
So it's mainly between versions. So if you introduce more validation.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But
server-side apply?
You can remove these because maybe we want to do that to some things, but it's going to be a case-by-case problem anyway.
Is it us?
It's like, for example, the uniqueness in the set, because we didn't have it before, now we're like, okay, we're going to enable updates that have non-unique fields, but we're not going to allow creations. Oh, it's the end of the meeting. I gotta run. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I think we're through anyways, mostly.
Yeah, well done. Thank you, Kevin.
Okay. Bye.